Did you see Gigguk finishing Fontaine?
We did it! Oh! Fontaine arc is finally done. We have completed Act 5, guys. We did it. We're on our way to Natlan. I'm caught up. Now that I have completed the Fontaine arc, I can pretty much safely say that this was my favorite arc of game.
True! Easily! Up to there, right? I mean, we'll see if Natlan's better, but I don't know if Natlan will be better.
Genshin Impact. In fact, I believe that this has been my favorite arc of any Hoyoverse game that I've played thus far. Obviously, I've not played Honkai Impact 3rd. This honestly was great right from the beginning. I think I like a lot of Hoyoverse arcs or a lot of like other Genshin arc I've played. Aside from Act 3, I was pretty much locked in right from the beginning. I really enjoyed the fact
Act 3
that
though
this
part
arc
the
really
one
set
where we
the
go to
stakes
jail?
up so fast and got me to
That
care,
shit was
like,
ass.
really fast, and then
Yeah, fuck
very,
that shit.
very rarely let go. A lot of arcs, I feel, they have their peaks, and sometimes it can peak really, really high. But a lot of the times, there's a lot of like fluff you need to get through to really get to the part that you really like care about. I felt like, for the most part, like Fontaine respected my time.
What is his team, by the way?
There was
Why does he have
actually
Chi-Chi in there?
very little yapping in Fontaine that didn't feel like it was pertinent to like the overall story arc of Fontaine. I feel like the biggest advantage it had was being in a courtroom. It really set up what the information you needed to know really, really fast. This person's on trial. This city is going through a natural disaster. The whole mystery behind the people dissolving into water and, you know, a natural disaster, a prophecy that will be fulfilled. It really, really set the stakes up very, very fast, and that got me to care very, very fast. Where a lot of arcs that I've seen so far, or a lot of arcs that I've played, there's like 1 or 2 acts, or maybe sometimes 3 acts, where it's just like, all right, here is just the exposition lore drop on things that you don't know how it like relates to what the final arc is going to be about. It's just like, okay, here's a lore drop about this, here's a lore drop about these groups of people, and then that groups of people, and then that group of people, and you're like, okay, when do we when does it all come together? But Fontaine got me to care. Very,
yeah, I think
very
the
fast,
prophecy is a
and
pretty
it can
good,
also
you know,
continue to
moving
deliver.
a plot
And Act
mechanism.
5 was fucking amazing as well. Act 5, it all came together, and I think Farina had one of the most interesting character arcs.
True.
In all the games I've played.
Fucking love
I
Farina.
think that her arc on making her
Farina,
character make
to
sense,
this date,
and
is still one of the few character story quests I actually did, right? And that was genuinely because I actually really liked her fucking character.
making sure that there was a reason. The reason why she acted the way she did was fucking great. And obviously it played to the heartstrings, but I thought it was great. And I am a sucker for fraud that ends up being more real than the real thing they were faking to be.
Bro.
They were faking it about. I'm a Fate fan. I am a Monogatari fan. I've seen this story arc before, and it hits every time. Farina is a fraud, but she's my fraud. She's my fraud, man.
Nah, Shuro's a fraud all the way through and through. All right, he just has plot armor.